So we have our first Six Nations squad. It's Warren Gatland with Wales. He likes to go early on this sort of thing, and some really interesting inclusions and omissions. So we'll do some reaction to that, and also a predicted team that could try and take on France in France. A really tough assignment. So welcome to this video, supported by Sports News Blitz, the website and podcast that gives aspiring young sports writers a showcase to show what they can do through internships and also placement. So let's have a look at this Wales squad, starting at prop. Azarati, Will Griff, John. In at tight head, Archie Griffin maybe would have been there. He's not there. Dylan Lewis not there. Matthias, Nicky Smith, Gareth Thomas, Henry Thomas. It's kind of expected, so no massive surprises there. Hooker, though, has been a big problem with the injury to Dewey Lake, who would have been first choice, I am sure. Elias is injured as well. He's got loads of caps now. But luckily, Elliot D has come back to fitness. He's experienced, certainly been very good for Wales in the past, and I'd be surprised if he didn't start straight in for Wales. And he's also picked alongside Lloyd, Sam Parry, 33 years old, 5 caps, not too many, so why is he calling him back? Well, I think it is to make up for that loss of experience of Lake and Elias. Into the second row, the 4 I see is the second row, so David Jenkins, who's back fit now for Exeter, Will Rowlands, who's the senior guy there now, Racing 92, full of experience, maybe not as sprightly as he used to be, but he knows what he's doing. Schwinzer, who's been getting loads of starts for Exeter, although Exeter have been struggling. Teddy Williams trying to restart his Wales career, only 24, so this could be the tournament. So those are the second rows. Then we get into the ever-competitive back row, as it is for all nations. The 2 6s, as I see it, are James Botham and Freddie Thomas. We've got a returning Talupi Faletau, which, is good news, but Ollie Cracknell have been playing so well for Leicester. I think he might have been a better pick, actually. No Morgan Moore still. Surely his time will come. Tommy Raffel's there as the other 7 alongside the captain, Jack Morgan. Tane Basham's been playing really well. He misses out again, but there's so many open side options that he probably was going to miss out. Now, Freddie Thomas has been in great form for Gloucester, but a little bit surprised that he's pushed out Tane Plumtree, who's kind of been the heir apparent at 6, and Gatland seemed to like him, so big thumbs up for Freddie Thomas there. Wainwright there as the other 8. Scrum half is pretty much as expected. Gareth Thomas has retired, so it's Ellis Bevan, Rodri Williams and Thomas Williams, who's in fantastic form. Can't wait to see him on the pitch for Wales. Fly half. All changed there. Sam Costello, a bad injury just before this announcement. It looked like it was confirmed. He's out for quite a while with a shoulder operation. So we've got Dan Edwards coming in, the Ospreys fly half. He's in really good form, so it could be him. He could be the man, or could it be Ben Thomas? No Gareth Anscombe, maybe carrying a little bit of an injury, but still a surprise they're not carrying him for later on in the tournament, but maybe he'll come in, who knows. So kind of 2 standout fly halves there. Then at centre, the story has to be no Max Llewellyn, which I think is a massive mistake. He's on fire for Gloucester. He's got the size, he's got the skills, he hits great lines, he's quick, he can play on the wing as well. Yeah, Tompkins is a decent player, as is Watkin, but are they the future of Wales? Are they going to be beating sides like France away? I don't know. I think they needed Max Llewellyn, so a mistake, although I think I saw something like he might travel and train with the group as the extra man. We'll see. Eddie James, still very young, but he's got that frame on him, so hopefully he'll come good soon. Could it be this year? We see Joe Roberts again, but not the strongest centre lineup, I would say. Let me know if you disagree. And kind of same with the back 3. We see some exciting players in here, but still not the strongest roster I've seen. It's good that Josh Adams has returned, because they've definitely missed him. Josh Hathaway for Gloucester's had a better season, but he's definitely been very shaky for Wales in the autumn, I would say. Then we see Ellis Mee, one of the new caps there, and he's very exciting. They signed him from the English Championship. Again, 6'4". There's quite a lot of Welsh backs around. Grady, James, Llewellyn, that sort of size. So definitely worth getting him in the system for sure. But Blair Murray, I wasn't too convinced last time I saw him, but he's in. Maybe he's covering as a third fly half as well. Let me know if that's how it is. Tom Rogers is very explosive, very quick. Maybe he's the guy that's knocked out Rio Dyer. And the experienced Liam Williams there in probably as the first choice 15, as we see no Cameron Winnett, which is a shock because I thought he was being groomed for the next fullback role. So Definitely some interesting shouts there for Gatlin. He's definitely not afraid to wield the axe. So let's finish by having some fun, and I'm going to pick a Wales side that I think might take the field against France. Of course, if we want to predict sides and win rugby tickets and things like that, we're going to have my starting lineup, the game starting up very soon. So if you want to register with that, use my code RugAN1. The rules will be linked in a video up below if you want to have a look at that. But I'll be getting into that more as we get closer to the game. So let's get into this front row. I think he'll go with Gareth Thomas, Elliot D straight back in, as I said. Kieran Azarati's been playing well for Cardiff. Cardiff have been playing pretty well, so I think that's how he's going to go. The experienced Will Rowlands, I think, has to start in the second row. And I think it might be Daffyd Jenkins alongside him. I'm still not 100% on Daffyd Jenkins being absolutely top tier, but no, he's got a good work rate. He's still very young, so he could get better. So Rowlands and Jenkins. And I think Gatlin might do something a little bit clever with the back row, trying to counter France's size somehow. So I think he might move Wainwright to 6, Tulupi Faletau straight back to 8, and Jack Morgan to 7. That's probably the biggest, strongest back row he can make. It's exciting to see if that's how he does it. Let me know if you think that's a possibility. It's certainly going to be Thomas Williams at 9, like we mentioned. And without Anscombe in the squad, without going back to Callum Sheedy, it's clearing the way for the future. And Dan Edwards looks like the future at the moment. So talk about getting thrown in at the deep end, but I think he might do it. Centres, though, I think he'll go for experience of Tompkins or Watkin, or why would he have recalled Nick Tompkins if not to use him in a game like this, in that cauldron in France, in Paris. Wings, Josh Adams starts on one. Who goes on the other? Well, probably Tom Rogers, I think, is the most likely with his speed, but still not 100% sure there. You go for the experience of Liam Williams at fullback. He's not the youngest anymore, but still incredibly experienced. So actually, even though the overall squad, I think, has an age average of about 26, it's a fairly experienced starting 15 with some experienced props on the bench in Nicky Smith, Henry Thomas. Schwinzer coming off the bench in the second row. Rafael probably covering the back row. Bevan 9. Now, what does he do with the other two back subs? Or does he go 6-2? He could do that because Ben Thomas can play 10 and 12. Ben Murray can play 10 as well and 15. Or do you have Eddie James on there? Not too sure on that one, so please help me out. So anyway, let me know what you think of that squad. What would your team be? Do they have a chance against France? And if you want to get ready for my starting lineup, sign up with the code RugAN1 so we're ready to predict and try and win some tickets. That'd be good fun. But yeah, pop those comments down below. Love to read them as always, and I'll catch you next time.